Nearly 2 straight weeks of food, fun, and farming are just hours away. The Minnesota State Fair starts Thursday. In tonight's Good Question, Jeff Wagner learns the history behind the fair's 12-day stretch and why we wait until the end of August to celebrate it.
There's a buzz at the fairgrounds as vendors, exhibitors, and 4-H families get ready to welcome millions of people across a very specific number of days. Why is the Minnesota State Fair 12 days? Good question.
Since 1975, the Minnesota State Fair has lasted for 12 days.
Carrie Huber is an archivist for the fair.
Prior to that, in the early 1850s, it could have been 3 days.
The fair officially became 6 days starting in 1885. In 1919, 2 more days were added. It then jumped to 10 days, then 11 days, before settling on 12.
We had 3 years of 11-day fair because they started on the Friday and then ended on the Labor Day. And then they still were like, let's try to extend those weekend activities more, and then opened on the Thursday.
Minnesota and Ohio are the only state fairs running for 12 days. 11 days is the most popular, including neighboring Wisconsin and Iowa. Texas and Washington last the longest, reaching 24 days. While the length of time for state fairs varies, many of them tend to be between August and September. So why is Minnesota's state fair near the end of summer?
We really depend on students participating at the state fair, whether they're 4-H, FFA, or even if they're working the booths. And so when they're here available during the summer, they can participate at the state fair.
4-H and FFA kids first compete at county fairs earlier in the summer, with the Minnesota State Fair acting as the grand finale. There's also the vendors, games, rides, and exhibitors that have to juggle visiting other state fairs. Some are in Wisconsin right before setting up in Minnesota.
It's just this whole intertwined working, not only with local, but over the country.
The 12 days of fun has now lasted more than 50 years. Some people might want more days. So has there ever been talk about extending the fair further?
There's always talk, but just feasibly, it's not possible. For one, we can't pass Labor Day just again with schools.
Huber says adding time on the front end would interfere with fair preparation, a key time to finish renovations and repairs on the grounds. With photojournalist Ben Harper, Jeff Wagner, WCCO News.
The fair officially switched to ending on Labor Day in 1939. Prior to that, there were times when it started on Labor Day. If you have a good question for Jeff, emailing him is easy. Just head to WCCO.com.